in the meantime, we got another fellow shill here to talk about Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. We can get into the nerd shit about the Paragon system and all that later. But the thing that everyone is currently talking about is, of course, that teaser that we got of post-launch content.
Yep.
And as you can see, this looks very much in the Joker theme. There's even an actual if you actually zoom in on the newspapers in that image, you can actually see a picture of the Joker, which I can pull up as well.
Shout out to Trick's Ridiculous, who I think was the first person to notice that I can remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where I found it from. Trix tweeted, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Trix."
Now, when I first saw that, I was like, I think I know what all this is, because I remember some stuff that Miller was telling me about, and then Miller tweeted some stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is exactly what I thought it was. So I'm not going to say what this is because please don't nuke the stream, WB. I'm not saying what it is. Joker is in the image, so we're just saying it's Joker. It's Joker adjacent. Joker is involved to some degree, and this is supposed to be post-launch content. They're going to go into more detail on the episode 2 of Suicide Squad Insider. Actually, I got this right here pulled up. This is a zoom in from the actual image. There you go. First look at Joker right there in game, all blown up. So Highruler, what did you think so far about that Q&A? How you feeling about this potential first DLC? What are you feeling?
I think there's a lot of good stuff there. It's kind of crazy that like there's a lot of like juicy information we got outside of like inside of the Q&A that we haven't gone outside of it, right? So for example, like if we go into like the nerd stuff, there's like the Paragon system. The way they're doing gear, I thought was like really good. Like the way they're kind of going, like what's the saying? It's like a mile wide or an inch deep, but they're going the opposite, right? Where it's like an inch wide but a mile deep, essentially. Like I think there's a lot of cool stuff there with the gear that they're doing. It started off kind of softball questions. Like I was kind of worried about it because I was like, oh my god, did I fire up a stream for like softball questions? And I was like, oh god, please save me. And then by the end of it, like it actually turned out to be like a worthwhile experience. So I think during that we were kind of saying that like, we kind of wish that this could have been like a video or a stream or something, especially when they were talking about like the missions or whatever. It's really hard when they're trying to describe like the endgame missions, and all you have to do is like put the words from like the Discord into your brain and try to imagine. It's like I can kind of imagine it, but like I feel like I'm not doing the justice to what they're trying to like describe it as, right? So but outside of that, I thought everything that they talked about was like really cool. It's kind of crazy that like this game, from everything they described, is like probably like the best looter shooter out there on the market. Like once it launches, like it's insane. Kind of like every quality of life feature that you could ask for is like in this game. It seems like.
Yeah. Which is weird, but also not weird. Why are you seeing people saying it's the worst looter shooter ever? It's gonna be terrible. And I think it's literally just people who have literally paid no attention to the game. They didn't play. They didn't.
I don't think it's Mark Hamill. Obviously, I think Mark Hamill said he's done as Joker.
No, so Miller actually released the audio. He released 2 audio snippets. It is in fact, I can confirm it is not Mark Hamill.
Oh, interesting.
I think somebody was saying they thought it was Damian Clark. I think that was his name. I think that's what I saw Stardust say.
Now Jay, obviously, you're of course on WB's payroll, so I know you loved it. But just for the sake of the conversation, what did you think of the Q&A?
I didn't think it should have been in that format. I understand they're rewarding their Discord people, and it's probably exciting, but I guess it's the same as doing like a Reddit AMA, and I mean that's definitely something that's part of the process. But right. I really felt like this should have been recorded, not like anything fancy. They could have just done like a Discord call and like
Now I hear that.
recorded it, edited
Now,
it, and put it out. You know.
I agree to a degree, but here's the thing: why I don't think it's a big deal. I think they made it. I think they pretty clear that they're about to have a lot more in Insider episode 3.
Yeah.
So I feel like that they're definitely going to be going into detail about this specific thing in Insider episode 3. But I think in general they're going to kind of go into detail on the end game and the post launch stuff, and in that third episode. So they'll probably repeat some of the stuff that we saw here, and they'll probably give us even more stuff, information about the battle pass that we've been sitting on, and
let me share a screen real quick. This is who Miller think. I mean, I think you have to stop sharing. Yeah, this is who Miller thinks it is. Damian Clark. He was Handsome Jack in Borderlands, and also Cell in
Dragon Ball Z.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Yeah, okay. And of course Jay has a picture with him, because he's JayShockblast.
Yeah, he went to a local like collectible shop, and I love Borderlands, one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, I had to get my Handsome Jack. Yeah,
there. So basically, because I saw when they initially teased it, I saw people saying, "Oh, how are they going to bring Arkham Joker back to life?" They're not. That's not a thing that's happening.
Yeah, but now the thing that people are complaining about, oh, I'm so sick of multiverses and blah, blah. Welcome to my world.
I think what it shows though is that like this game could just never win. You know what I mean? Like they could give everybody everything, and like there's people out there who will find some sort of way to bitch about it. You know what I mean? Like
I literally saw someone, and I saw this a couple of people. I think this is a new talking point they're trying to get going. They're like, oh, I can't believe a game that's not even out yet is already showing DLC. Yeah.
Oh my god!
But if they weren't showing any DLC, they'd be like, "Why is this live service game not showing any DLC? I bet they don't have any content. It's going to be Avengers all over again."
You know what, guys? I appreciate the intro where you guys wanted me alive, but I don't think I'm ready for this planet anymore. I don't think so. I'm over this. Like this is ridiculous at this point.
It really is. Like the reach that people are going to at this point is insane. Yeah, you don't want a live service game to show you that it has DLC planned post-launch. Like what?
Unreal. Like so many games do that. Like I don't know if these people like actually stick their head in the sand. Like
they might actually.
Yeah, they might, because like this is like not uncommon for a game to like showcase like what they're doing before launch. Like even like for games that have like seasons passes or whatever, they'll give like a hint of kind of like what to expect with the seasons pass so people can make their purchase. Like it's now starting to get to the point where like the goalposts are not just moving, they're like becoming like 2 miles wide from each other. It's ridiculous.
They're not it's beyond just moving the goalposts. They're not that's annoying enough. They're literally just moving you to another sport. Like they're not even trying at this point. Like they're so desperate to find stuff to hate on. Which I think is a W, because if Suicide Squad was this terrible thing, there would be so much ammo to just dump on. But we're less than 30 days away, and we're at a point where we're complaining about the HUD. The UI is too cluttered. Oh, it's too cluttered. Sure, I know you can change it, but you shouldn't have to change it. Why do you need customization in games? It should just be default. Like
oh my god, dude, those people are just killing me right now. Like the amount of people I've seen say like, why offer that? It's like, well, because not everyone wants the same experience. Like some people, like I probably won't touch the HUD. Like I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like that's just the truth of the matter. Like I'm probably gonna take the HUD as it is because I don't find an issue with it. But if there's someone out there that does, they can change it. That's a good thing.
I'm gonna turn off the little scoreboard on the side, and I'm gonna turn off the damage numbers because I don't care about either of those.
He definitely doesn't want to see the score because skill issue.
You know what? I'm gonna just give you that one. Okay, you can have that one.
No, well, I would probably remove that too because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary, to be fair to Jay. To me, because unless I'm like directly in competition with the people I'm in the squad with, I don't need to see the score. But when otherwise, I'm probably going to leave everything as is except like the tutorials, and the subtitles. Other than that, like I like seeing the damage numbers. It helps me. Like as some you can tell, like a lot of these people that are complaining about this stuff don't actually play any games in the genre. They don't play MMOs. They don't play looter shooters because I want to see the damage numbers, because if I'm testing a build, if I'm testing skills and I'm trying to see what is the most effective at doing damage, I kind of want to see the.
So let me take it back. When I'm recording the video, that's when I don't want the damage numbers.
Yeah, if you're just showing footage just for the sake of it, remove the HUD so it looks as clean as possible. But if you're actually playing, I want to see. I want all the info. I need to see it.
All right, so I want to do this intro here. Okay, it's not hard to find a better Canadian than Highruler, but if you're going to, you might as well go from here to here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miller with 8 M's.
Oh, hey. What's up? Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly. Yeah. Parappa Miller is in the building. we are here
Perfect.
For it. Miller.
Sorry, I'm so sick right now. My voice is awful.
I know. I heard you said you were going to the doctor earlier.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday. Oh, thank you guys.
We've been showering Miller with love on Twitter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's been so nice. I don't usually make a thing out of it, but I was in the hospital. It was kind of bad, so it's been nice to have a moment,
Well, we appreciate you making some time for us here on the after show, because we're all excited, and
I'm so excited too.
You're a big part of that. I'm sitting here looking at all the tweets today. I'm like, man, hundreds of thousands of views on all this. I can only imagine how crazy your mentions are right now.
You got another.
It's definitely a 20+ notifications day. Yeah, that too. It's honestly, it's just this is gonna sound really conceited, but I'm so used to that. The thing that's cool about this moment to me is oh my god, I can talk about you know who, you know what I mean? Even just a little bit. That's so nice. I really appreciate that.
I definitely appreciate that. As soon as I saw that, I thought in the Discord, I was like, Joker, Miller, damn it, Miller. I was like, I knew it. I knew exactly what it was. I was like, oh, Miller. he got another one. Of course, someone in the subreddit is going to be like, oh, he's just guessing,
I mean, people one of the things that this cycle has taught me, having already just been through this, is it does not matter what you've done, doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter your reputation at all. People will just say anything. And I don't even know if it's a malicious thing, because I used to always sort of pinpoint. I used to have a thing in my head, a little Rolodex of oh, this person is from they roll in that circle, and then that's why, you know what I mean? I used to be way more attached to it, but I've totally let go now. It's just they're gonna say what they're gonna say.
Yeah, pretty much. There's literally no point.
Yeah, you I can't even keep track of it. There's so many. They just come out and with Avengers, there was 6 people that I could remember in my head and be oh, they're kind of douchebags. But there's so many. It's and they just keep popping up. And this sounds really, again, conceited, but I mean truly, it's who are you? Where'd you come from? How are you acting I you know what I mean? Really ruined your day, and it's I have no idea who you are.
And it's always someone with an animated PFP or in 10 followers. Or just,
I mean, hey, everybody starts somewhere. I mean, sometimes there's somebody, you never know. I'm not so great.
Burners. It's definitely some burners out. A lot of burners out there.
Oh, some of them are literal burners, which is really funny. When it's when it's the literal Kim Jong-un parody account or something, it's okay.
Yeah,
this is not the most serious encounter of my life.
No, the most annoying ones, and also the obvious ones to just ignore, are the ones with blue check marks, but they have 100 followers. I was like, I know exactly. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother to acknowledge you exist.
Those people are like
Yeah.
wild, eh? Like imagine like and listen, you know, spend your money how you want to spend it, but like there's so many other ways to burn your money, you know.
That's facts, bro.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like living because like Twitter's my biggest platform, and being in a moment in history where like Twitter is really in flux, let's say.
Yeah.
I've definitely, like, from an analytics standpoint, noticed the difference. Like, even right now, like, I remember the same period in Avengers, and I could talk, and like my following has grown since then, and I could talk, and it would spread like wildfire. And like even like the article that I published like last or earlier this month,
Right.
there like not only did it not catch in certain circles, there are like in today's news and like in the latest cycle, you know, it's one thing not to cover it. That's cool. I don't care. But like now people in their like little background part of their articles covering today are like going back to their coverage of the misleading leaks. It's like, oh my God, we're still doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's one thing to again not cover it, but it's like, oh, you just don't know. Like it really didn't.
Or maybe they do know, and they're just committed to pushing this anti-suicide.
No, I think I really do think it's like a Twitter algorithm thing, and that's cool. Like it is what it is. Like I'm just happy though because on a personal level, like I've made so many. Like I know all of you from Avengers, but like my circle has continued to expand, and I keep meeting more cool people, and I'm just so blessed and fortunate for that. Like it's been a dream to like I got to talk to Jake Steinberg from oh my gosh, why is it only the new one coming to me from Game Explain, who I'm a big fan of. And then he like knew all this stuff about like my like first month on Twitter back in the day. Like he knew the deep Miller lore. I'm like, oh my God. You know, it's cool. It's just so nice. Like I'm so blessed. It's such a cool fucking life. Like, you know, how did we get here?
I mean, you're not Jeff Grubb yet, but I don't think I don't think you completely realize how much people know who you are.
It's weird because like I said, like I have reach issues too. You know what I mean? Like I think my platform is still pretty modest. And then, you know, something like that happens. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, you've reached a lot of people. I could definitely say that, and I'm glad
I've certainly pissed a lot of people off, especially this month.
Especially people named Nick.
Oh, I don't remember who that. Oh, him. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore because he doesn't work there anymore.
I'm actually personally looking forward. Are you going to now it might be too premature to get into this because we're still Squad isn't out yet. You're still
wait before we move on, just I don't want to move past that completely. Like, listen, it's my birthday. Like, I just want to say no hard feelings. Like,
no hard feelings.
Even people like because he like Nick isn't somebody, you know, like some random person that I've never interacted with and I'm just an a-hole. Like, you know, this is somebody who like I had repeated negative interactions with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not going out of my way to call people out or like, you know what I mean? I'm really not that. Like
that's why
I've
this
had
was
a couple
person
choice
who
runners
also
with
tried
like
to
a couple people, but even that
he also tried to blacklist his own
like,
colleagues.
Nothing against him. Like bygones be bygones. I mean, that's the thing. Like, based on what I do, like people are already gonna hate me. I don't need to give them any more excuses.
True.
By like, you know what I mean? Like starting fights or something. Like it's just not. And even then, it's not my character. Like, I'm very savvy. I can hold my own, but I'm really not looking for a fight. And so if you're listening, Nick, I apologize. You know,
Imagine
the Bryans of the world. I am sorry. Let's
imagine if they're both in the chat.
20. It's my birthday. You have to forgive me.
With that said, Miller, are you going to data mine the new Tomb Raider game?
Am I lagging?
A little bit. You're okay now.
Oh no, am I lagging?
No, you're fine now.
No, you're fine now. Just a little smidge here and there, but you're fine.
Good. Sorry,
we-
there's. I don't know if you know this. There's a terrible storm outside right now, like in Ontario. Oh, it's
Yeah,
so
it's
bad.
brutal.
Oh, that's right. Highruler is also in Canada.
Yeah.
True.
So I'm sorry
It
if
took
you,
me. It
Yeah.
the time
But
it like doubled my
anyways.
time to get home. It was wild.
But yeah, are you going to data mine
Mhm.
the new Tomb Raider? Unreal
I'm
5.
probably not. Like here's the thing. Like I was, you know, I love a girl boss. Like yes, queen. Okay, cool. But like, you know, it it's just not really necessarily my cup of tea. And also now too, it kind of feels like punching down. Like
Oh.
I think they've been through enough. I don't think they
Yeah.
need a round 2 with Miller. I don't think I want that. Like, I'm just gonna let them be, I think.